This assignment's gonna not take you very long, okay? Now, you're looking at three equations. This is A, B, C. Now, you have to use a discriminant to match each function with its graph. So this, you're going to find the discriminant, decide whether that matches A, B, or C. This one, conversely, and all that. Okay, now, this is your discriminant. It's just that thing I've always been telling you to find. Now, here's how it applies to a graph. If the discriminant equals 0, then it crosses the x-axis once, okay? If it equals exactly 0, okay? If the discriminant equals a, how do I say that, this here? Let's just say if it's an error, okay, then it doesn't cross the x-axis. That means if you get a negative under a square root, see, watch, when I take the square root of a negative, okay, so 49, yeah, that's a domain error. Because there's no real number, emphasis on the word real, as we'll see in new chapters, where two numbers can multiply to a negative. Two of the same number can multiply to a negative, okay? Now, if your discriminant equals a positive, okay, it crosses the x-axis twice. Now, it can be rational or irrational, okay? But if it ends up being a positive, so 0 crosses x out once, discriminant error and all that, okay? Alright, now we're going to evaluate all of our discriminants. Fx means the same as y, okay? So A, B, C. So negative 4b squared minus 4ac. You don't have to use the whole quadratic formula, just a discriminant, okay? Okay, so negative 4, so negative 4, and then 1 goes in for A, 2 goes in for C, okay? I'm going to be a good boy here and show my work, okay, rather than just use calculator. So that's positive 16. You can use your calculator if you want, like you always do. And 4 times 1 times 2, that is going to be 8, okay? Now 16 minus 8 is 8. So square root of 8, it's a positive, 2.83. Okay, so remember that. So I have to find, since I got a positive, I need to find the one where it crosses the x-axis twice. So that doesn't even cross it at all. Remember, this is the x. That crosses it twice right there. Okay, so that graph has to be B. Okay, now the next one, A, B, and C. So b squared minus 4ac. So b is negative 4, and then a is 1, c is 4. Minus, raise negative 4 to the second, that's 16. 4 times 1 times 4 is 16. That's 0, okay? So the discriminant was 0. So I have to find the one where it crosses the x-axis once. That doesn't cross it at all. That we already have that as crossing it twice. So I think it's probably C. Now stick with the video, please. Don't just say put A on the other one. We want to verify that it's A and that your idiot teacher didn't miswrite the problem, okay? Okay, so A, B, C. So B squared minus 4AC. So B is negative 4. This problem is on ACT, by the way. Okay, it can be on some of them, I don't know. Negative 4 to the second, 16, and then 4 times 1 times 6 is 24. Well, that's a negative. You can't find the square root of a negative number. It's a non-real thing, okay? So, if I get negatives, okay, or an error, because you have a negative number, that means it doesn't cross the x-axis, so that would have been A.